Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to yet another show with chats with Atlanta Under 35 Entertainment. So please do remember to check them out on YouTube, and please do share, comment, like, and subscribe as well. So today I have something that I prepared for you guys. It's a very interesting topic since I feel like we all go through it most of the times, right? So today I have reasons why you are not happy as an individual, and I'll read them out to you guys. All right. So the first one is you are not setting boundaries for yourself. So what do I mean by that? When you do not set boundaries for yourself, it leaves room for people to come into your life and people to start disrespecting you. And when people disrespect you, you feel so used, and you feel sad and very emotional, and you just feel like you do not feel valued. Yeah, that's the right term. You do not feel valued as an individual. So I wrote down, this will make you feel so unhappy since everyone will just do whatever they want to do in your life. So take for instance, I'll make a prime example with myself, right? Back in secondary, I think it was Form 2. Yeah, I think it was Form 2. I used to have a group of friends. I used to have a group of friends who were a squad. So I used to feel like I was with one friend of mine. So we went to our friend's house. So it was three of us. It was me, my friend, and my other friend. So we went to the house, and then it was something small as she spilled juice on the carpet, and the carpet was white. I think, yeah, it was white. It was a light color though. It was white, I think. And then when she spilled it down, the other friend came for me, like she attacked me and didn't speak to the other friend, and it made me wonder, like I didn't do it. It was the other friend of mine. But then again, come to think of it, she knows that the other friend of mine talks, like she talks, like even though she's wrong, but she'll make sure that she puts you in your place. And then for me, I just didn't say anything. So I know she felt the need to just walk all over me because she felt like she could say anything to me and I wouldn't reply back. So I feel like it is very, very essential that we set boundaries for ourselves. It helps us a lot because people know what and what not to say to you and what line they should not cross, right? And then another one is you depend on situations or on certain people in your life to bring you happiness. What do I mean about that? I recently got a friend. And I feel like I can share anything with that friend. In fact, I feel like I'm the happiest when I'm with that friend. Like I've invested so much in that friend of mine. I depend on her to bring happiness into my life to a point where if that friend happens to leave my life or if we stop being friends, I feel like I also like lose a part of myself, right? So I feel like we should try being happy by ourselves. We should be our own source of happiness because no one is really guaranteed that they'll be in your life forever. You get me? So it's really, really important to be your own source of happiness, to try be happy by yourself, and then someone else can just come and add on top of the happiness that you already have as an individual. So it should not happen where you certain where you're friends with someone and then that someone leaves your life, or it happens to stop being friends and then you also stop being happy. So it's really, really essential that you do not implant your happiness on people. Your happiness shouldn't depend on people, but rather it should just come from you as an individual, right? So the next one is you allow people or situations where you lost your happiness to keep coming back. This one is really it is really personal, and I feel attacked by my own points. How crazy is that? So, I was I happen to be with someone, right? I happen to be with someone. That's fine. It happens all the time. But then again, that person, guys, when you're with someone, they're supposed to bring happiness. They're supposed to be caring. They're supposed to be thoughtful. They're supposed to be loving, all the good stuff. But then, if that person doesn't bring those things to you, then I don't I don't feel like you should be with that person, right? So I happen to be with that one person I really, really cared about. But then again, there were one reason why I'd be miserable the whole day. So I tell myself, I'll stop entertaining this person. Okay, I do that for at least, I don't know, 2 days or one. I'm really not sure. And then that come back again, that apologize for the same thing that they've done the other time, and they still do it again. And my question was, why would I allow it to happen over and over again? And then I just came up with the answer that maybe I thought the situation would change, and I realized it doesn't even change. I feel like it gets worse, because if they did you wrong the first time, what makes you think that they won't do it again? So I feel like we shouldn't allow certain situations or certain people where we feel like we lost our happiness to keep coming back into our lives, because then we just feel so miserable, and then you wonder why you're not happy yet again. Why you're not. So yeah. And then my next point is, you are always worried about your current situation or how your future will look like, basing it on what you see on social media. There's a saying that goes, comparison is a theft of joy, and I really, really relate with that, because the minute, take Instagram for instance, the minute you just go on your socials, you log in and you check people's account, you feel like that person is far ahead in life compared to you, which is why you should follow people who you relate to at that certain point in life. I'm not saying that we should not dream big. Please do not get me wrong, but I'm saying that what you wish for or what you want to have at that particular moment should be realistic according to your situation. So for me, instance, I'm still in school, so I cannot I cannot want to be like, I want to make an example with someone I really, really feel like I'll be like one day. Let me say Tuli Pongolo. Let me make an example with Tuli Pongolo, right? She's a wonderful, wonderful lady, but I'm still not in her age range to feel like I can be what she is right now. I can be when I'm a bit older also, right? So it is very, very important to follow people who you relate to at that particular moment, for you to not feel like you're not going anywhere in life, right? So yeah. And then my next one is, you are envious of things that are way out of your reach at that particular time. It just dates back to the points I've previously said, that there's a difference between being motivated by someone and the way that they live and the way that they carry themselves, and being envious of their lives, right? So let me make an example again with myself. I am motivated. Let me say Mehlali. I am motivated by Mehlali. I feel like one day I will get to the point where she is right now. But then I should not be envious. Kutinje, I want her life njengoba injalo, like ngifuna njengoba injalo. That is not right, because also people are very, very envious of things that they are really not sure of how other people got them. ufuna info longadi ukuthi the next person uyithole kanjani. So you should not be envious. You should be motivated by the way that people live and the way that they carry themselves instead of just wanting their lives. Okay? And then my other point is you are basing your happiness on events that are still going to happen. You're not even certain that they will happen. Ngibekise nje. I'll be happy when I graduate university, or I'll be happy when I get myself a new car, or I'll be happy when such and such happens. You don't want to be happy right now and be content with the things that you have. I'm not saying that we should be stagnant and not move forward in life, but I'm also saying that you can't be basing your happiness on events. You don't even know if you yourself will reach those certain events. So it is very, very essential that as individuals we try to be happy with what we already have, but also making a way to reach the things that we want to have in future. I used to have a friend of mine. You know how parents are constantly pushing us on how we should do well, we should succeed on our academics, etc., etc. And then that friend of mine, a test would come back. They've passed exceptionally well, but then they feel like they could have done so much more better. So loyo muntu ukhanze ukuthi uva ngathi again log enough, right? Because fear of disappointing their parents or relatives or whatever. But then for me, I feel like with what you already have, you should be grateful. You should be grateful is what I'm trying to say. You should be grateful, but also leaving room for you to become better. Not only kuti you feel like you'll be happy enough, or you feel like you would have been succeeded enough in life when you have certain items or certain things. Work towards those things, but also be happy, because it attracts more things. So when you're miserable, there's nothing. Energy is real. When you're miserable, I feel like you also, things don't even work out for you. But when you're happy and when you're grateful, greater things and finer things come for you in life. And then my last and final point is you're constantly giving out things, but you never receive the same amount of things back. So I wrote down reciprocation is key. It is very, very important. What you give to people should be brought, well, not necessarily in the same amount as you give it out, but you should also see, okay, at least I'm getting something back. I had a friend of mine. That friend of mine, I felt like she was very, very demanding, but because I was a good person to her and I really, really cared about her deeply, I'd jump for her. Like, she'd be like, my friend, please come to town. I need you to do this and this and this for me. I'd not even think twice. I'd just take a shower and rush to her. You understand? Like, bengi ngeva nokuthi she's using me, or ukuthi I'm feeling used or whatever. Bengihamba nje kahle, I'd go to her, I'd do what she had asked me to do, kahle. But then when it's time for me to ask for a favor from her, she'd always be like, "Hi, I'm busy, I'm not available today." Something, because it's not even something deep as ukuthi, my friend, I really need money, it's urgent. Kungaba info lencane nje, but I'd feel like I'd not receive the same amount of effort and energy that I'd give out to that particular friend of mine, which is very, very wrong. And I feel like the sooner people get to understand this, the better for everyone. Cause angeke as a friend, just be a thoughtful person. I always say this, just be a thoughtful person. Angeke as a friend, ungicele kahle ngivume I do anything for you. I'll even go out of my way to do anything for you. But when I ask you to do the same thing for me, you always come up with excuses. So I just feel like we should take all these points and all these things that I've said to you guys into consideration. Just sit down and think this through, man. And if you feel like you're not happy, ask yourself why, and also answer yourself, because I know you know why, and I also know why I'm not happy if I'm not happy at that current moment. So it's very, very important for you to just understand yourself, check your surroundings, also the type of people you have in your life. If they're not good people, make means to whether you separate yourself from them or you just try and work things out with them. So with that being said, with these points that I've presented to you guys, it's up to you whether you take them into your life or I'm not saying, because some things may work out for you, some things may not. We're different as people. So if you feel like they work out for you, if you feel like you can relate to the points that I've said, please do just sit down and consider and reconsider everything. But then again, if you feel like they don't, it's fine, it's okay, my babe. But please just take time to think things through without anyone disturbing you. And yeah, please make sure to like, to comment, to subscribe, to share this video, and to check out 35 Entertainment and to subscribe to the channel as well. Till next time, bye.